It has been 6 months since Booker betrayed his immortal family. As punishment, he was exiled for 100 years. 100 years from now, Andy had told him, we'll meet again. Until then, he's alone. Far beneath the ocean's surface, something ancient stirs. A woman trapped for centuries, Quinn, suddenly opens her eyes. Someone mysterious pulls her from the depths and into the world she had long been forgotten by. Meanwhile, Andy and her team, Niall, Joe, Nikki, and their tech contact Copley, continue their covert missions. Their latest target is a man seeking to purchase weapons of mass destruction. Though Booker is gone, the team thinks of him often. His absence lingers in the silence between their battles. During the mission, Joe and Nikki distract guards outside while Andy, Niall, and Copley infiltrate the estate. Inside, they engage in a brutal fight and eventually take down the arms dealer, Conrad. That night, the team relaxes, sharing laughter and drinks. Later, Copley receives a call. He informs the team that Conrad was just the middleman. The true buyer is still out there, and no one knows who she is. They found blurry CCTV footage, but can't identify her. Niall speaks up. She's seen the woman before, but only in her dreams. A large, shadowy library, a young man nearby, and a disturbing feeling that the woman is hurting him. In Paris, Booker, now a lonely drunk, opens his door and comes face to face with Quinn. Without a word, she kidnaps him. Elsewhere, Andy gives the team some time off and heads to Seoul with Copley to meet an old contact. Joe seems distant. When Niall and Nikki follow him, they discover Joe has been secretly communicating with Booker. But now Booker is missing. His apartment is covered in blood. In Seoul, Andy meets Tua, a 2,000-year-old immortal. Tua reveals that he's seen the woman from Niall's dreams too. He invites Andy to a secret library where records of all immortals are kept. Andy notices missing books. Tua explains that those volumes were about her and her team. He tells her about Discord, the name of the woman in question. Tua says she was present during Andy and Quinn's capture centuries ago. Afterward, Discord vanished, amassing power and wealth. She now operates in shadows, untouchable. Andy reveals that she's lost her immortality. Tua is stunned. She asks him to join her fight. He agrees. Back at the safe house, the team is shocked by Tua's arrival. Niall reveals Joe's secret contact with Booker. Then Joe and Nikki return with Booker. He informs them Quinn has returned. Andy receives a letter from Quinn. It reads, I have returned to a world darker than the tomb I escaped. You lived on while I drowned. I need to hear the words that will free me from my prison. You and me until the end. Find me where you always could. Andy decides to meet her. Niall insists on coming along. They travel to Rome. At night, as they rest, Andy steps out, haunted by memories. She remembers the day she escaped her captors, how she tried to kill the man who separated her from Quinn. She remembers Quinn's voice stopping her. This isn't who you are. The next morning, Andy walks through the streets of Rome. She sees her team, quietly stationed for backup. Then finally she sees Quinn. After centuries, they meet again. Andy apologizes, but Quinn speaks with pain. I waited, every moment under the sea, hoping you'd come. But you didn't. I searched for you, Andy whispers. For centuries. Quinn laughs bitterly. In that small ocean? You couldn't find me? Andy begs her to return, to join the team. But Quinn is furious. Why fight for mortals who once condemned her to suffer? Then, without warning, Quinn attacks. A brutal fight breaks out between the two women. During the fight, Quinn looks at Andy's necklace and says, I gave that to someone I loved. But you're not her. Niall arrives, shouting, Discord is here. She follows Discord through the narrow alleys. Meanwhile, Quinn hears Niall's name, and something clicks in Andy's mind. Quinn might be working with Discord. Niall chases Discord into an abandoned church. Discord taunts her. How does a Christian girl like you tolerate what Andy does? Playing God. We're not playing God, Niall replies. We're helping. Discord warns her. Andy took her from her family, and now she's dragging her into a war. She reveals that Niall is the last immortal ever to be born, and she carries unimaginable power. Niall denies any connection, but Discord lifts her hand, showing a birthmark identical to Niall's. They're connected. Somehow. Back at the safe house, Niall tells the others what Discord revealed. No one knows what it means, but Tua may have answers. Later, Tua asks Booker, has Andy ever been wounded by Niall? Booker says yes. Niall stabbed her the day they met. A realization strikes Tua. He reveals an ancient prophecy. A wound from the last immortal can take away another's immortality. Tua believes Discord intends to use Nile to strip all immortals of their power. If done willingly, immortality can be transferred. But once lost forever, it cannot be regained. Booker visits Andy. He confesses his regret and thanks her for everything. Then he gently advises, give Quinn time. She may come around. But somewhere far away, Quinn and Discord are already planning their next move. In the dead of night, they infiltrate a nuclear facility in Indonesia, Serpong. They kill silently, efficiently. They plant a bomb. Night falls over Indonesia. At the Serpong nuclear facility, Discord and Quinn move like shadows, disabling cameras and eliminating guards. Their mission: plant a bomb capable of killing over 10 million people. Back at the safe house, the team is briefed by Copley. He's obtained footage from inside the facility. Quinn and Discord are clearly visible, placing charges in the reactor core. Even more dangerous, shaped explosives are rigged throughout the structure. If detonated, they won't just destroy the facility, they'll weaken the Immortals enough to capture or kill them. Tua, studying the footage, concludes that this is a trap. Discord wants them to walk straight into it. But Andy says they have no choice. Innocent lives are at stake. The mission must proceed. The team splits into 2 units. Andy, Nile, and Booker head into the right wing. Joe, Nikki, and Tua take the left. Copley remains outside, monitoring them from a surveillance van. Inside the facility, Nile spots and disables one of the shaped charges. But almost immediately, they're ambushed by Discord's Black Ops soldiers. A vicious, close-quarters battle erupts. The Immortals fight with skill and fury, but something feels off. In the left wing, Tua guides Joe and Nikki toward the control room. But suddenly, the section is flooded with nitrogen gas. One by one, they collapse, unconscious. Discord's men swoop in, restraining them in body bags and removing them from the scene. Copley, in the van, senses movement outside. He grabs his gun, but it's too late. He's ambushed, too. Back inside, Andy tries reaching the others via comms. Nothing. Only static. Suddenly, she's attacked. She fights back, but just as she overpowers one of the men, a nearby charge explodes, sending her flying. Booker arrives in time to help her up. They escape into a side room. As they catch their breath, Andy notices something strange. Her wounds are healing. Confused, she looks at Booker. That's when he tells her, I gave it to you. My immortality. You needed it more. Before she can respond, more enemies breach the room. Booker smiles faintly. I got my expiration date, but you still have a purpose. He pushes Andy toward the back exit and stays behind to hold off the attackers. He fights fiercely, but ultimately he falls, his mortal body no longer capable of healing. Elsewhere, Nile wakes up alone, dazed and bleeding. She stumbles through the halls until she finds Quinn waiting. A brutal fight breaks out, fist, blade, fury. Nile manages to stab Quinn. To Quinn's shock, the wound doesn't heal. Discord enters the scene and, without hesitation, drives an axe into Nile's chest. Andy, still searching, finds the control room in ruins. Following a faint signal, she moves deeper into the core and finds Quinn, bloodied, exhausted, sitting beside the bomb, her finger on the trigger. Quinn looks up. Is this where you tell me this isn't who I am? Andy replies quietly, no. We each have to decide who we are. Quinn hesitates. Her hand trembles, but she pulls back. Outside, the thunder of helicopter blades fills the air. Discord attempts to escape. Andy charges up the stairwell, leaps onto the chopper, and drags Discord back inside. They clash in a final, savage battle. Every punch feels personal. Every blow filled with centuries of pain. During the fight, Andy notices something. Discord isn't healing. That's when Discord confesses. This was her plan all along. She used Nile, the last immortal, to strip others of their powers. Her goal? Regain her own immortality. She wants to live forever again, and she'll take it from them, one by one. Discord overpowers Andy and throws her from the chopper. Andy crashes hard but survives, thanks to her restored immortality. Discord disappears into the night.